Nassau County's Vanishing Pitch Pines. Hello, and welcome to this Piney News special on people removing pitch pines in Nassau County. You may have heard about the county removing trees in Plainview, but what you haven't heard is the untold story of pitch pines being removed in many areas across Nassau County for no apparent logical reason. And we're going to take you through street view images and satellite images and show you exactly what is going on in this next video. You're going to be pretty disturbed.
Hello and welcome to Nassau's Vanishing Pitch Pines. I do apologize for the delay in producing this program. However, we've been having some issues with the screen capture software that I've been using, and I'm trying to get it to work. So we are in Bethpage, and we are over an area where people have just cut down pitch pines. Now, you've already heard about what's been going on South Oyster Bay Road with the removal of trees unnecessarily by the county. However, we also have an issue with private homeowners knocking down beautiful trees, and this area is particularly bad. This problem is particularly bad in Bethpage. So we're going to first start off in this area here, in this area of Bethpage. So we're going to go into the Google Street View here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look in the street view, and sure enough, you'll be able to see some pitch pines down here. And let me tell you, that's a real beauty behind that home over there. You'll be able to see it in a minute. Get rid of this down here in the bottom. Okay. This is a real beauty. Unfortunately, that beauty that you see has been knocked down, along with this one here. There has been a rash of people cutting down pitch pines, and this has to be addressed. This is what it used to look like, and that's from the Google Street View image from August in 2011. Now we're going to go ahead and look at that same image with Google's, not Google's, I'm sorry, Bing's street side, which is a newer image, and you will see that the pitch pine is gone. In fact, those two pines in that person's yard are both gone, which is really unfortunate. You can see the pine is no longer there. Now, from what I've been told and what I've been hearing from people are removing pitch pines because they don't like the needle drop in the fall, which is really stupid. And pitch pines, especially in Nassau County, are not that common, and there's no reason to knock them down, as you can see. Now what you're left with instead is a dead spruce tree. So that is just one example in Bethpage of pitch pines that are being removed unnecessarily. Unfortunately, it does get worse than that, because if we go ahead and we go back to the satellite image here and we exit out of this, you'll see that we have other areas too that are involved in pitch pine removal. Well, let's just go over here. That's what used to be there, and what is a shame as to what we have lost over in that spot. With some beautiful pitch pines over there, right here in this area, right here by the train station. And in this photo, the beauties were still there. Two absolutely beautiful pitch pines. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. But they were removed. Let's go to street side once again. Show you what it looks like now. See, the street side images were taken more recently, so that's why you'll see the pine is gone. Two beauties, and they're gone. I have a hard time believing that two trees and all these pines were knocked down by storms, especially because pitch pines usually don't fall down from storms, and the fact is all the other trees are still up. And these trees, I know for sure, survived from after Sandy. So what a shame that these beauties are now gone. In fact, you might even be able to see the trunk of one that's left, that was left behind. What a shame. Why are people removing pitch pines from their yards? There's another street, sadly, where pitch pines have been knocked down. This also is in Bethpage, which, by the way, and kind of ironically, happens to be Ed Mangano's hometown. Here's another beautiful pitch pine here in Bethpage, because Bethpage, like much of eastern Nassau County, used to be Pine Barrens, and very little of that remains. This was a beautiful pitch pine and an old house right here. A little bit of old Bethpage here. Again, from August 2011. But let's jump over to today. Well, it's gone. And once again, you can see that they built a nice little McMansion here, or oversized house, and managed to knock down every single tree in sight on the property. Now, I'm not sure whether it is even lit. In some areas, you have to actually have to prove that a tree is a danger to your property to knock it down. I think it is like that in New York City. However, I don't think we have such regulations on the books here on Long Island, but I think it is important that we should have such regulations on the books. The fact is, this is what's happening here in many areas of Long Island. People are knocking down trees needlessly on their property. It's not just the government doing it along Old Country Road. It's people, homeowners, and especially developers. This is a perfect example. There was no reason to remove that pitch pine, but it was removed needlessly, and every tree cleared in sight so people can build have a treeless lawn. And this is what's going on in many, many areas on Long Island, and it is really unfortunate that we are losing our beauties like this to such greed from the developers. One more area in Bethpage I want to show you is this area here, and that is a beauty. That is such a beauty, that tree. But unfortunately, it too is gone. Needlessly cut down. This was a beauty right here. Look at that beauty. Classic Jersey style pitch pine. It's a beautiful, beautiful pitch pine. Well, sadly, it was needlessly removed too. Now, probably because a lot of these houses were sold to, you know, rich people, wealthier people, city, or a lot of things on Long Island are changing with our economy. You can see this is what it looks like now. The pine is unfortunately gone. I wish I could move this a little more in the right direction here, but you get the idea. Let's move up a little bit. You see, this house obviously looks like it was sold, and the pine is gone. That's where the pine was. I do apologize for this. I wish I could move this. I can't. Oh, I can move this. Okay, good. I didn't know if I could or I couldn't. You see, the pine is gone, so that's what it looked like there with the beauty right there. Let me get this stupid thing out of the way here. On you Google. That's what it looked like. And that's what it looks like now. So, yeah, they just cut down the trees. That's what these people do when they move in. They cut down the trees because they're from the city and they don't respect our way of life. Like I said, there are other areas, and this is in I don't know, Levittown or Plain Edge or whatever. Also used to be Pine Barrens over here. And these pitch pines are remnants of the Pine Barrens. Now here is another beauty that I want to show you here. Another beauty that was needlessly removed from someone's yard. A real beauty, a nice old pitch pine, classic style. This is an old image from 2011, and this is today. The tree's gone. In fact, I think they've removed most of the trees from their property. And if it happens to be, I mean, maybe the trees fell down in Sandy. However, most of the pitch pines survived Sandy. Pitch pines are strong trees. They generally don't come down in storms. This tree was obviously murdered way too young, way too early in its life by a greedy homeowner that just wanted to get rid of it. People want to get rid of pines because of the needles, like I said. I've been told this is also an ongoing issue out in Suffolk County, too, where people are removing trees from their yards. And they really don't have the right to do that if the tree is not posing any danger. The fact is, we all have a greater obligation to preserve what's left, especially Nassau County, where, development has run amok and where, people, forget about what once wasn't. so little was preserved. I mean, this used to all be Pine Barrens here, all right, many years ago. Right here, there was a pitch pine. It was a real beauty here. As soon as I find it, somewhere in here. There it is. That was another beauty right there in someone's backyard. But guess what happened? I'll show you another view here. Guess what happened? We're going to show you what happened. A real beautiful tree right there, and imagine having that on your porch or whatever, enjoying that beauty. But apparently the homeowner thought it was in the way and decided to cut it down. So now fast forward to today, the tree is gone. What a beautiful tree that they had that was removed needlessly. Once again, that's the way it was. That's the way it is now. What a shame. This is going on. It's not just going on the roads, it's going on in people's yards. People are cutting down trees that they shouldn't be cutting down just because they don't like the trees there. And you know what? If you want to come and move out of the city and come out here to Long Island, respect our trees. Stop cutting them down. And lastly, I'm going to just show you one other thing here. I'm going to exit out of this, and we're going to go over to South Oyster Bay Road. And we're going to look at some of the trees that are being cut down, that have been cut down over there in Plainview, because the county feels that these trees are a danger to the sidewalks. Or how come that did not take me out on South Oyster Bay Road? I do apologize for that. All these trees here, nice tree-lined road here. All these trees here are being cut down needlessly. And there's no need for it. The county claims they're interfering with the sidewalks, which is BS, because if you look at the sidewalks here, you will see that the trees are not interfering with the sidewalks at all whatsoever. The trees provide shade, they bring oxygen to the air, they convert carbon dioxide to oxygen, and they make our streets beautiful. We need to stop cutting them down, folks, right? And it's especially outrageous that the government, and particularly Ed Mangano and Nassau County, are using taxpayers' dollars to cut down these trees, which are obviously healthy and pose no danger at all to sidewalks or pedestrians or anything. We do apologize for that. Google Street View problem there. Street views are known to have issues. So this is what it looked like, but it doesn't look like this anymore. All these trees are being cut down needlessly because the county feels that they're a danger. Do these trees look like a danger to you? No, they are not a danger.
And so, as you see in this video, a lot of pines have been removed and continue to be removed because people are upset about the needles. Basically, they don't like the needles coming off the trees and going on their lawn. How stupid is that? First of all, pine needles make good fertilizer. They're high in nutrients. And they also provide very good ground cover. And what about all those regular trees that drop leaves? I don't see those trees getting removed. Obviously, if you come out here to live on Long Island, you've got to accept nature. Trees are part of that nature. And time again, I've seen people complain about deer. I've seen people complain about fox. I've seen people complain about rabbits. This is all part of nature. And if you don't like it, move to the city. Get the heck out and stop removing our pine trees. Thank you for watching.